Welcome back to the last activity packet for Flow of Food. This is activity packet number 3. Once again, have your worksheet handy so that you can fill it in as you go. And again, feel free to pause this whenever you need to so that you may complete the activities. Now, the first activity you're actually going to not be doing while you're online, so you'll want to pause this or come back to it after this is done. For this part of the thing, you're talking about food preparation. So you are going to go into Google Presentation on your Chromebook, and each person at your table is going to make like an online poster or online presentation on their assigned topic, and each topic is short. You're then going to share the poster with everybody at your table, so you can simply do that in the share button, and most of you will know how to do that already. If you're unsure of how to share your presentation or poster once it's done, just ask your instructor or a classmate and they will walk you through it. Once you're done, you're going to share these with your classmates, and then you will be able to fill in the entire chart on your worksheet. So what you'll do is you'll write down the URL on your worksheet so that your instructor may check your presentation, or you will paste it in if you're doing this worksheet electronically. So the first person at your table is going to do safely thawing and reheating foods. The second person will do safely cooling foods. The third person is going to do ready-to-eat foods. What is a ready-to-eat food, and give examples. The fourth person is going to do how to safely microwave food. And if there are 5 people at your table, the 5th person is going to look up the proper cooking temperatures for all of those foods. Now, if there's only 4 people at your table, you can split up 5. You can each take 2 foods. Okay, if there's only 3 people at your table, then one person could do how to safely microwave food, so they would do safely thawing and microwaving. And then the second and third person would split number 5 as well as do their own assigned, so that all 5 topics are covered. So once you have made this presentation, and it'll probably just be 1 slide, it might actually be 2 depending on how you do it, but it should be very short. Share it with your classmates, fill in your chart. Be sure to write down the URL so that the teacher may check your Google presentation, and you have to make it public so that the teacher can actually see it. And then go ahead and finish the rest of this presentation. Now, if you want, you can finish this presentation, then come back and do the Google presentation with your table, as long as your entire worksheet gets completed. This next slide is on food preparation gloves, and we have gloves in class that we use, and something that you need to understand is single-use gloves are never a substitute for hand washing. It does absolutely no good to put on a clean glove with dirty hands, because everything on your hands has now contaminated the outside of the glove, which is going to directly touch the food. So you still wash your hands, and then you would glove. And the hands must be washed before putting them on. You need to change the gloves when the task changes. So right now, if you're using the gloves, let's say to mix a great big container of meatballs, or you're handling steaks or something, once you're done handling steaks, you take off the gloves. You can wash your hands again and then put on new gloves, let's say to slice bread or to package cookies for Javicino or something. Gloves should always be worn when handling ready-to-eat food. So if you're packing cookies into bags, you should be wearing gloves. If you're putting brownies into bags, pretzels, now this is Cuisine Chef, so it might be packaging the egg sandwiches in the morning of Javicino to wrap them up. You need to be wearing gloves. Picking up the bacon, a lot of times we'll use tongs. If you're using your hands, you need to be wearing gloves. Okay, wrapping the burritos, you should be wearing gloves. Frequent and proper hand washing will always be the most effective defense against the threat of contamination. Again, gloves are a second line of defense, and with ready-to-eat foods, since they don't get cooked before the customer eats them, they don't get cooked a second time, anything that you put onto that food, they are going to eat. All right? So you want to be very careful with that. Serving food. We have some tips here on serving food on a buffet line, so I am going to pull that up for you, and that is a website, and I have it all here for you so that you can see it. And what you're going to do is summarize these on your sheet. So again, you will go through these, and it talks about washing your hands, cooking foods, preparing dishes, keeping hot foods hot and cold foods cold, small platters, cross-contamination, and the 2-hour rule. So you'll go ahead and finish filling out your worksheet. This is the end of it. And then when you are all done with this and your posters and you've gotten your chart filled in, you can turn in your paper. Have a great day.